welcome to my channel. My name is Paulina and this is Books We Love. I'm very excited to finally be able to start this booktube channel. I've been wanting to do this for so long, but I was kind of shy and I didn't want to do it, and then I finally thought, you know what, it's time for me to stop thinking about my fears and actually go ahead and do this. So I'm very excited to start. I'm going to be starting today with a Booktube Newbie Tag. I thought it was the right way to start so you guys could know a little bit about myself, about why I started this channel, and about the books that I love, and yada yada yada, you know what I mean. Anyways, so the first question is, why did you start this channel? As I was saying before, I've always wanted to do this. I think it's a very good opportunity for myself to be able to put myself out there, do what I love, speak about books, write about books, take pictures of books, do anything with books. Honestly, I just, it's my favorite thing in the world to do, and I think that it's time for me to step out outside my comfort zone. This year has been very good for me in the way that I've been able to realize myself and and accomplish many of the goals that I had or wanted to accomplish this year. I finally got the dream car that I was looking for so long. I got a puppy this year, which I've been wanting for so long. Hi Mila, welcome to Book World, welcome to Booktube, say hi. Anyway, so I thought that, you know what, I've been doing so many things of the things that I've been wanting to do and been accomplishing, that I decided that it was also time to start thinking a little bit about my own passions, and my own passions include reading. So I want to go above and beyond and immerse myself in all the things bookish that I can do. I do already have a bookstagram and I love it, and I find myself so happy when I do it, so I decided, you know what, why not? I think this booktube idea is gonna make me really happy too, so I decided to give it a shot, because why not? Number 2, what are some funny and unique things you can bring to the booktube world? So I am Hispanic, I'm from Venezuela. I've lived there all my life until 2016 when I moved here to Miami, Florida. I think that's kind of cool about myself. I haven't seen a lot of Hispanic booktubers out there, and I think it is gonna give a little bit of my own voice to the books that I like, the books that I enjoy. Number 3, what are you most excited about this new channel? Definitely getting to know more book-loving people like I am. One of my favorite things in the world about Bookstagram is that I was able to find so many great people that have recommended me so many good books, and I think that the booktube world is a little bit more of that, maybe even more complex, since you can see each other's faces. So I think that's basically one of my favorite things that I'm looking forward to, is getting more book recommendations and being able to put myself out there a little bit more. I also think this is going to be really good for me in my personal life. I think that I can sometimes be very shy and live in my head, and I think that doing this is kind of a good idea for me to step out of my comfort zone and step out of my shell that I sometimes keep myself in. So I think it's going to help me in the long run for all the aspects of my life. 4, why do you love reading? This question is one of the most precious questions I think that anybody can ask me. I love reading because it's a way for me to escape to another world without having to worry about people or my issues or anything that's going on in the world right now. It's a bit of an escape for me. It basically makes me happy. It makes me the happiest girl in the world when somebody gives me a book, or when I find myself with the time to actually read a lot. I just find it so cool that we're giving this opportunity, within the words of an author, that we can go ahead and basically imagine ourselves living different things, being different people, and discovering different things. So I think it's pretty cool that the book world gives us this opportunity to go ahead and escape our minds for a little bit and go ahead and divert ourselves with other issues and other people. 5, what book or series got you into reading? Twilight. So I did start reading when I was very young, and I've always loved books. However, Twilight is what got me into this whole frenzy of young adult books, and because of this amazing story that I haven't read in so long, I was able to discover so many other books. And as you see, it's kind of yellowish now because of how much I've actually read it. I read it 8 times, or I read all the series 8 times already. You can basically see that I know every single line of all the movies, and I know most of the important quotes that you can find in Twilight. My boyfriend still doesn't want to watch Twilight with me because he says that I know all the lines, and that kind of throws him off. But if you're watching this, you know that you still owe me to watch that movie with me. So next question, what questions would you ask your favorite YouTubers? I did my research before I just got into this whole booktube thing for myself, and I do follow a bunch of amazing booktubers, and I think one of the main questions that I would ask them is, how do you begin? I think that one of the hardest things to do is beginning. As soon as you get the people following you, and as soon as you get the friends wanting to hear you about your voice and hear about you, I think it gets easier. But at the beginning, definitely, how do you begin and how do you make content that's important or that's interesting? What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think sticking myself to film and sticking myself to do it is the hardest challenge for me. So I did it. I did my first video. Now what? Now I need to get on my A game and film more and film for you guys if you're interested, hopefully. Anyway, so yeah, I think that definitely sometimes I tell myself that I want to do something and I want to do it really bad, and then I start and then I get mixed up with a bunch of other life stuff, and that's never good. So I want to be able to stick to a schedule or stick to what I tell myself that I'm gonna do, which is sometimes not easy because life gets in the way. But sorry, I'm rambling. 8. When did you start reading? I don't remember an age specifically. I do remember reading when I was very young, and I do remember when I was back home in Venezuela, I did want always to have a book in my hand, and my mom used to take me to these book fairs that my school used to have, and I would always be the one girl that had like 10 books that she was probably not gonna read, but she actually did, and she actually loved them. There's one book that I remember that I don't remember the name at all, but I'm gonna put it here somewhere so you guys can know which one it is after I research which book it was. It was about a mouse, and it was like a bunch of different books about this mouse, and it was like mysterious and funny, and our librarian would always read it to us during like library time, and I would love the book. So I think that those are like the first few memories I have when I was reading, and that was like in 3rd grade, 2nd grade. So I've been reading forever, basically. Where do you read? I read in my bed mostly. I don't have a reading area at the moment. I do want one. This is my reading area. I just moved and I just made my beautiful bookshelf, which I actually adore. But I don't have like a book area or a book reading space. I do want to buy like a chair, like a reading chair, but I don't have it yet. So for now, I read in my bed. It's my favorite thing in the world because I can read at night, I can read in the morning, I can read whenever I want, but I usually always read in my bed. It's so comfortable. And the final question is, what kind of books do you like to read? I'm very diverse in what I read, which is also a good thing that I think I'm going to bring to BookTube because I don't stick to a genre. I'm very diverse in the area that I do like reading a lot of books, and I don't have one specific genre that I always stick to. I love fantasy, either adult or young adult. I am in love with romance as well. I was always and have been always very hopeless romantic, so I can read any type of romance. Not that I always love them, but you know, I like mystery. I like anything that's good in my standards. I have a very few books that I can say that I don't get into. One of them being nonfiction. However, side note, this year I have been reading a little bit more nonfiction, and I read Becoming by Michelle Obama, and that book broke me in a million pieces because it's such a well-written book that because of her story and her book, I've actually been wanting to read a little bit more nonfiction, which I usually don't. So you see, even nonfiction is not a no-go anymore for me. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you are watching it, and if you did like it, please subscribe and hit the like button. If you want to discuss books or want to recommend me some books, go ahead and leave them in the comment box. And anyways, thank you so much, and welcome to Books We Love. Have a great day and happy reading.